because I don't normally smoke tobacco.
I quit.
Yay!
Thank you. Do you know why people get lung cancer?
Because they inhale it, right?
No, because this is filled with fungus.
Oh!
Now this
The
one might not be.
organic?
This, I don't know how they cure
It's
the organic, but the stuff that's, yeah, this might not be full of fungus, but the tobacco that is, this is important about tobacco. Tobacco is a very powerful medicinal plant and a medicine plant. The medicine plant means spiritually, the medicinal plant means physically. It has all sorts of medicinal uses. It was rare. It was cultivated very carefully by tobacco societies that sang to the tobacco, especially at the full moon, guarded it at night. Not from thievery, just to protect the integrity and the spirituality of the tobacco. Now, this brand here, natural, 100% organic tobacco, American Spirit, has been around for a long time, and it has no additives. So I'm not sure how they cured this, but they may have done it in a way so this doesn't have the fungus in it, but and mold. But most tobacco companies add all kinds of chemicals to a solution of, I think it's sugar and water, or there's, I can't remember what it is, but it's really sweet, and I think it's already fermented.
I heard that the biggest byproduct of maple syrup is tobacco.
That's right, it was maple syrup.
They cure it.
They cure it in maple syrup, which is very sweet, it's warm, it's
Another
moist, and they add the nasty chemicals to it, and it turns into a mold. So when you smoke this, you're pouring mold spores into your lungs.
Wow.
This young man that I know went to a rehab camp run by Alcoholics Anonymous, and the only thing they could have there that was at all like anything was they could smoke cigarettes if they received them, you know, through the mail, and they checked it, make sure there was nothing in the cigarettes, but cigarettes, and coffee. They drank lots of coffee. But this guy, I felt kind of bad for him because I know he was already going through kind of like withdrawals from alcohol and drugs. So I sent him 3 packages of this organic tobacco with a little cigarette things. He wrote back, he said, "Thank you so very much, but I have to smoke 3 of these non-filtered to get the same satisfaction I got out of 1 Marlboro filtered." So was it the tobacco he was addicted to?
It's all the chemicals.
Yeah. So I'm not suggesting anybody smoke this for recreation because it's disrespectful to the plant. And that's a whole other thing. You build a relationship with the plant, the tobacco. So we like to keep the smoke going through the whole ceremony, and as long as there's a little bit of smoke coming up, I'm a happy camper. And with this little disc, we're going to have to move it around every once in a while to keep it on fresh stuff. So what I do is I take the tobacco, I open the pouch,
Jackie, can you turn off those lights over there without turning all the other ones off too?
and I take it 4
Yeah.
times to get the smoke in here.
In here?
Yeah,
Okay.
to cleanse that tobacco.
Okay.
See that one back there that's
Now,
pointing
if I have
this
a
way?
tamper, which this matchstick is a tamper, I take it and I just do it in a circle. 4 times. I take it 4 times.
Better, thank you.
This should have been smudged too, because we're using it. Now, now that I'm going to be able to get ready to do this, you take the bowl, and I hold it like this, so I've got it securely.
Can you show me that again? Sorry.
Yeah, like this.
Got it.
And different pipes fit different in your hand. And I take it and I go 4 times, and I turn it over, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do that.
Because of the 4 directions.
Right.
Okay.
And I do that 4 times.
Okay.
So it's 4 sets of that. So this is 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then I let the smoke go up inside the bowl and in here. Now, this bowl has been plugged with sage, so it's clean anyhow. But we're making double sure because we're going to be drawing those prayers, those requests, down through the bowl, up through the stem, that's called the path of the breath of life, into our mouth, but we're not going to inhale it. Because if we inhale it, the prayers that we embed into the tobacco could get into our lungs, and if we don't blow it all out and some of it's in our lungs, then we have to answer those prayers. So if you pray for Uncle Joe to get a new car, and you decide to inhale the tobacco while you're smoking it, and that prayer gets stuck in your lungs, you have to get Uncle Joe a new car. There was a spirit that was going to do it, but hey, you wanted to inhale, so that's why Clinton never inhaled. Now when I do the pipe stem, And notice I held the bowl in my left hand. The bowl of the pipe always goes in the left hand
Okay.
when you're, no matter what.
Yeah.
With this, now that way's east, so and these the directions may change for you as you work with this pipe.
Okay.
Especially if there's Algonquin, if you run across information on Algonquin ceremony, it would be an honoring to the spirit of this pipe to Wanda
Yeah.
to be able to do that. So what I do is I come from the east, I bring the pipe through to the west, then from the south to the north. And then I turn it over, and I come back from the east to the west, and I turn it over, and I'm doing it backwards because I have a westward pipe, so I'm doing it backwards. And as you learn, the spirits are really good to you.
Okay.
So I go the east, and then it's so hard. I'm standing backwards to it. Okay. Then after you've done that 4 times, honoring the 4 directions there.
So you did east to west and south to north?
Yeah, I tried to.
Yeah,
I didn't do a very good job.
that's okay. Just want to make sure it was clear.
That's okay, because then you take and you draw. Where's that matchstick? Oh, there's. Oh, that's okay. You draw some smoke up through the stem and then blow it out. Now, when you have a new pipe, sometimes there's sawdust in it.
Sure.
Now, I awakened this pipe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blow through it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to draw through it again. Very bad. That's not the sage I'm used to. Okay, now we're getting ready to start the actual ceremony. Actually, the minute you bring the pipe out, do you need to answer that?
Yeah.
Alto.